Hey guys, it's on me on 71 again, and I've been playing some offline games on CK2 as the Norse because they're my favorite. But I accomplished something earlier that I never really thought I'd be able to do and say I could do. Basically, I reformed the pagan faith in about 42 to 43 years. This date isn't accurate because I had to do some other stuff, but it's pretty close. Within a couple years, I reformed the faith, and it was terrible trying to do it. Basically, what I was trying to do is, well, I basically went in as this guy who is the Duke of, or the Petty King of Ostlandet, and he's not customized or anything. He's part of the game. And I'm trying to do world conquest again because of India, and I haven't had a chance to really do it yet with the Indian part added on. But basically, the challenge as doing it as a Norse person is, one, look at all these children. It's crazy. And as a Norse person, or just pagan in general, you're stuck on Gavelkind until you reform your faith. So I didn't want to split between those three guys and have to kill my brothers to get my land back and blah blah blah. I mean, you could just go without concubines and one wife and then kill her after one or two sons, but that's no fun. So what you got to do is, well, what I did, because, well, I went with the having 3 holy sites and 50%, or 50% moral authority. Basically, because your holy sites as Norse are hiding behind, basically Sweden. He usually forms Sweden, but you can't attack them as an unreformed pagan. So you have that one. I started with this one right after I made the Norway Kingdom of Norway. Yeah, I can speak in a minute. But basically, you can't get all of them because one of them is hidden behind East Francia, and you cannot get to it. Well, you'd have to declare a conquest war for one of these two, and then you could get to it with a conquest. But it'd just be so... It wouldn't make any sense, really, because you'd have to wait 10 years, and it'd be a little bitty war for nothing, basically. I did do one war for this holy site, because it's also necessary. There's a holy site right there. If you go back to Norse, it's a holy site. But that was with Lothringia, whatever you call it, and it was a little easy because they didn't have a huge army. But I hate this tooltip; it's always messing up. But yeah, so I had the one, and I managed to get a claim on this province, and I got the guy to come to my court, so I conquered it. So I had 3, and then the challenge was getting my moral authority up to 50%, which, if you played as a pagan, you probably found out that it's a pain in the butt, because all the other Norse people, they seem to love getting into conquests and holy wars and stuff, or leaving the faith, and they'll often fail those conquests and holy wars, and then that'll subtract from your moral authority. So I was hovering around 42% a lot of the time, and the only way for me to get moral authority up, besides conquering those other holy sites, which was not going to work because I was trying to do it before I died, and I'm probably going to die soon anyway, but so I had to do conquest wars, and if you look there, I think it reset actually. Dang. but it was pretty high. I had like 26% moral authority came from conquests, which is pretty crazy. Because each conquest only counts as 1%. So I was hovering around 42. I would have to win 8 simultaneously, 8 conquest wars for it to work. And I say simultaneously because at the rate at which these other people tend to fail, it was pretty hard to get up to 50 and not get subtracted right back down. But I managed to get at 50. I instantly hit the pause button and clicked the button for the piety it cost. And the whole reason behind that, if you don't know, is to get out of stupid Gavelkind. So, yeah, I got out of that, and I went straight to elective, because all you got to do for elective is have, you got to be at peace, you can't be a pagan, and you got to have, you can't have any negative opinion with the vassal. So that wasn't too hard, considering I'd been giving away stuff over here. I had a guy over here, I just buried him under this duke, or jarl, if you want to be Norse. But yeah, it's a lot easier. I get to name one successor. He's happy with me. He's my son. It's just a lot better. But now that I've done that, it's going to be pretty hard to stop my reign of terror, because I've got great holy wars now. I could just take over all of West Francia if I wanted to in one fell swoop, which is probably not what I'll do, because the Pope will call a crusade on me, and I don't want to do that. I was playing earlier before I started this campaign, and I went from Norway and I went straight to West Francia, and I prepared an invasion instead of for Scotland. I did it for Aquitaine, which he had like this much of it. It was all split up because of rebels and stuff. But I won it pretty easily because he had like no troops. I almost instantly had a crusade called on me, and it was so many people. I mean, I had a lot too, because I had a lot of money, and it was just a lot of stuff. I had a lot of troops, and but I couldn't hold it back. It was like all these guys, some knights, all the holy orders. I mean, it was like 10 to 15 stack people or armies. And it was just there was no way I was going to get out of that alive, so I just kind of quit. It just wouldn't have worked. But I was trying something different. Moral of the story: always go for Scotland, pretty much, because they're not gonna cry over it. I don't know why, really. They don't. I mean, because he's Christian when you conquer him. I don't know why they just don't care. But I guess that's something I'm not really sure about with the crusade mechanic. But yeah, it might just have to. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, I was pretty impressed with myself. Not to be conceited or anything, but I didn't actually think I'd be able to do it, because if I died, it would have been a huge setback, and it would have been doable, but it's a pain to do it the other way. I don't know. It might not be a pain if you I don't know, because you can't really declare war against these guys unless you fabricate claim. I guess if you fabricate a claim on this province and this province and this province and this one, unless you want to do what I did and get some claims. I couldn't get a claim for this one, but it might be doable, and you can skip out of having to have the moral authority, but I wouldn't do it that way. At least not if you're trying to get it before your first death, because that would pretty likely not work very well. But yeah, from now on, I'm pretty much gonna just create an empire. Not sure whether I'm gonna do Scandinavia or Britannia. I'm closer to Britannia, and I like the red better than the blue. But I don't know. I'll probably do Britannia. That's what I did last time because the red's pretty cool. But Scandinavia is just, I don't know. All these little bitty dudes, it's just super irritating. Where I can just like holy war this guy. I think. Yeah, because he's Catholic. I can just say, yeah, I want your stuff. I just do a holy war for England, then I probably usurp, create England, or pretty close to it, and just vassalize them. But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty good. I'll probably post some updates later. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I might just start posting videos about it. I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of recording time, which has always kind of been annoying because I can never finish series. If you've watched any of my stuff before, it never gets done, and it's really irritating. But yeah, I don't know. I'll probably do some periodic updates, after every kingdom, maybe, or maybe every empire that I vanquish. I don't know. Once you get past these three, you're done. If you can conquer these Catholic guys, it's just the amount of retinue you get, the number of skirmish you can get is just amazing. And I know a lot of people don't think the skirmish is the best. Personally, I do. Especially if you're Norse, for me, because you get the Housecarl training grounds, which gives you 15% extra heavy infantry damage per upgrade. And, it might make more sense to go with this shock retinue. That would be pretty useful, I think. Maybe, I don't think Housecarl for my purposes. Maybe for just killing things, but not assaulting. Because the way I play, I like to get huge, like 10k stacks of pretty much skirmish because of all the archers, and they just see the assault stuff really well. And I'll just go to the main things, the things that the defender has, his main titles, and I'll go for the war goal, and I'll just assault them down. And by that point, either you have a big bunch of money because you're warring for a long time and you don't spend a bunch, or you have pretty good income most of the time, and you can just eat up the retinue cost to reinforce, or you just have it. But either way, you just smash. And it's pretty unstoppable once you get... once I conquer all of the Britannia area and most of over here, for right now, I could just crush West Francia pretty much. You just look at him. He's got, 5,000 men. I could crush him. Well, maybe not crush, but I could do damage with my vassal levy. If that says anything. My personal levy is pretty high too because of my buildings. And then I've got, 3k retinue. It's just, you're gonna die. But once I get all this, I'll have so much retinue I won't know what to do with. I can just smash them. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, probably some periodic updates and stuff. Also, if you haven't, I strongly suggest that right now, like this instant, that don't even pause the video, just go straight to it, exit it. Go watch the new Game of Thrones episode because it's pretty sweet. Not as good as it's some of the other ones, but it's pretty dang amazing. Some pretty nice things happen right towards the end. I don't want to have too many spoilers, but I might have some tribute stuff at the end of this video. I don't know, but it's a pretty good episode. I mean, it's pretty sad too. Some, all men must die. You thought you had a favorite character? Nope. You don't got one. It's yeah. It's kind of unfortunate how often people die in that. At this point, I think it's safe to say, without alerting too many people, I really wish Sean Bean hadn't died in the first season. It was very sad. Oh, I was so angry about that. Anyway, yeah. I think we're about done. I think that's all I wanted to say. Yeah. So, long live Arya and Tyrion. See ya.